Well, more people headed to the polls for the March Texas primary. There was a major jump in the number of voters who turned out across the Brazos Valley compared to the 2012 election season. News 3's Whitney Miller spoke to election officials, and she breaks down the numbers.
Long lines were the theme across most of the state.
It's a longer line than I expected. They almost doubled the full length of the hallway. I was surprised to see that many for a primary.
While things weren't so bad here in the Brazos Valley, voters in Harris County waited hours at the polls on Tuesday.
I always vote in the primaries, but it's more interesting this year because so many things are going on.
Because I always vote.
No, we always do.
Across the Brazos Valley, more than 30,000 voters took to the polls, better than double the turnout in the 2012 election cycle.
Right now, of course, we haven't done provisional or late ballots, but we're at 33,000, which is amazing for a primary.
This year was the first primary where voters could go to any location they wanted. But County Clerk Karen McQueen doesn't believe that's the only reason for the rise in turnout.
People are very concerned about who's going to be our next president, and they're trying to get their candidate into the nomination for November's election. So I think the national candidates really got the message out too.
And that message is to get out and vote.
Well, if you don't vote, you don't have a right to complain as far as I'm concerned.
In Bryan, Whitney Miller, News 3.
There's still a chance that a state runoff election will happen in May for one of yesterday's races. The Secretary of State's office is still waiting on numbers in the race for Railroad Commissioner. If that happens, the candidates would likely be Gary Gates and Wayne Christian.